All eyes are on New Hampshire as Nikki Haley and Donald Trump go head-to-head in what could be a pivotal race.
Fox 10's John Hook is live in Nashua, New Hampshire tonight, where most of the polls have just closed. John.
Yeah, Christina, they closed. A lot of them closed at 7 o'clock here local time just a few minutes ago, and others will close at 7:30. Still others will close at 8. So we won't get results your time till about an hour or so from now. As you know, this race now in New Hampshire on the Republican side has come down to Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. Donald Trump, in the aggregate of the polling, is still ahead by about 20 points ahead of Nikki Haley. Her best hope is that these undeclared voters, which make up about 40% of the electorate here in New Hampshire, will swing her way. It's exactly what John McCain banked on in 2000 and 2008 in his runs for the presidency, and it worked out quite well. Now, as you know, Democrats, they are skipping New Hampshire. They skipped Iowa. They have decided to hold their first primary in South Carolina, which they say is much more representative demographically of the country, much more diverse. But because of that, New Hampshire's first in the nation status going forward is on shaky ground. Yet people here are clinging to tradition.
Primary day in New Hampshire. Go vote, New Hampshireite.
At polling places across New Hampshire, voters braved a chilly, blustery day to cast their ballots in the nation's first primary. Outside this precinct in Nashua, the entrance to the parking lot looked like a campaign rally. Some for Trump, some for Haley. Some to promote President Biden's write-in candidacy in a state he decided to skip. As voters arrived, we asked them what issue is top of mind this year.
Abortion.
Foreign policies and the border.
The individual morality.
America losing their liberties and freedom.
Food prices.
I think it's important that we don't have a person in office who's committed a federal crime. And I'm a woman, and I don't want a rapist as a president.
This immigrant from China, now a U.S. citizen, says illegal immigration worries him the most.
I don't think the country can last, for very long with that happening again.
On a New Hampshire Tuesday in January, you might try to find ways to avoid going outside. Not Granite Staters. Not on this day. The presidential primary is a point of pride. Here in Nashua at Bicentennial Elementary, a good stream of voters, not record-breaking, but a good, solid stream of people coming in. And we're told that in this precinct, all of the action is on the Republican side.
For the undeclared voters, they're really pulling the Republican ballots. I mean, there's almost very few Democrat ballots being pulled so far. Perhaps what we're seeing is a lot of undeclared left-leaning voters who are saying, look, there's no action here on the left, so I'm going to make my voice heard on the right.
The New Hampshire ballot this year is a hodgepodge of no-names, spoof candidates like Paperboy Love Prince, and big names who are no longer in the race. All minor distractions, as voters will make their choice, mindful of what's at stake. The opportunity for a state with a population smaller than Maricopa County to have an outsized impact on who becomes the next president. Some interesting polling done by Associated Press of voters here in New Hampshire. It showed that immigration, just as it was in Iowa, just as it is in Arizona, immigration is the top issue here in New Hampshire. The economy's next. What's also interesting, abortion did not show up as one of the top issues among voters here. And also interesting, among Republican voters, 50% are concerned that Donald Trump is too extreme to win a general election. That's what Nikki Haley is banking on tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this all plays out, John. But looking ahead to South Carolina, Nikki Haley's home state, I mean, the polling for that is already out, and it shows that Donald Trump is already leading by a wide margin in that state.
That's exactly right. And so for Nikki Haley, if she doesn't come in a very close second or win this thing outright, the question will be, what's the rationale for going forward? And would she be willing to risk potential embarrassment in her home state where she was governor to lose there? She may want to end it before she gets there if she's not close tonight. We're going to have to see. But there are people in the Haley camp holding out hope that she can pull off a miracle tonight.
Yeah, she maintains that she is not going anywhere. It would be a huge upset, so we'll see what happens. We'll check in with you tonight. Thanks, John.
You got to.
All right, you can find New Hampshire primary results as they come in and complete You Decide coverage all on our website at fox10phoenix.com. We'll check back in with John tonight at 9.